All right, let's dive right into this explainer. You know that feeling when you come home from a long, stressful day? There is absolutely nothing quite like walking through the door and being greeted by a dog who literally thinks you are the center of the universe. Today, we're exploring the ultimate cuddly companions, the absolute most affectionate dog breeds out there. We're going to break down the science, the personalities, and the practical, everyday realities of bringing one of these deeply loving dogs into your life. There is a quote that really hits the nail on the head. It goes, "Anyone who has been lucky enough to experience the love and devotion of a Velcro dog will say the lack of privacy in the bathroom is totally worth it." And honestly, that perfectly captures the reality of owning an ultra-affectionate pup. When you bring a highly affectionate breed into your home, you aren't just getting a pet, you're getting a permanent shadow. Sure, you might lose your bathroom privacy forever, but as literally any owner will tell you, that unwavering love and devotion, it makes it entirely worth it.
But hey, this isn't just about cute behavior. There is actual hard science behind this connection. When you and your dog lock eyes, it triggers a literal loop of oxytocin in both of your brains. Oxytocin is often called the love hormone, and this mutual hormonal response is remarkably comparable to the parent-infant bond in humans. It's not just in your head, you're both experiencing a real, chemical loop of trust and affection.
So, what exactly do we mean when we throw around the term Velcro dog? Basically, it's a dog that forms a remarkably close emotional bond, sticking to your side like, well, Velcro. But it's important to keep in mind, as researchers from UMass Chan Medical School have pointed out, that while genetics definitely play a big role, a specific breed isn't a 100% perfect predictor of traits. A dog's personality is shaped by a really complex mix of their genes and their own unique life experiences. Still, certain breeds have been carefully selected over generations for traits that make them heavily predisposed to being your little shadow.
Section 1. Pint-sized family cuddlers. Big love in small packages. If you're living in a smaller space, maybe an apartment, the Bichon Frise is an incredible option. Weighing in at just 6 to 18 pounds, they're instantly recognizable by that bright white, hypoallergenic curly coat. But here's the catch. While this breed is super cheerful and highly intelligent, they deeply hate being left alone. They make absolutely excellent family dogs, specifically if someone is around most of the day to just hang out with them. You're basically trading higher grooming needs for constant, bright affection. Next up in our small breed category is the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. What makes these guys so incredibly special is their adaptability. They thrive in almost any dynamic. Why? Because their primary goal in life is simply to be wherever their humans are. They don't really care what you're doing. Watching TV on the couch? Perfect. Taking a brisk walk in the park? Also perfect. Their gentle, sensitive nature makes them a highly emotionally attuned companion.
Section 2. The Gentle Giants, America's favorite family retrievers.
Families are constantly weighing the Golden Retriever against the Labrador Retriever, and when you compare them, you start to see how their affection manifests a bit differently. Goldens are often described as highly emotionally intuitive. They somehow just sense your mood and offer this gentle, sensitive comfort. Labs, on the other hand, bring a much more energetic, enthusiastic devotion. They're always ready to play, and let's be honest, they're highly food-motivated. On the practical side, a Golden requires significant brushing for that gorgeous, thick double coat, whereas the Lab offers a much easier wash-and-go coat. Though, spoiler alert, both of them are definitely going to shed all over your house.
Section 3. The Ultimate Velcro, the Vizsla.
If you looked up Velcro dog in the dictionary, you might just find a picture of a Vizsla. They are widely considered the original Velcro dog. This Hungarian breed takes physical affection to the absolute maximum. They don't just want to be in the same room as you, they famously want to be physically touching you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. But before you run out and get one, hold up a second. The Vizsla is a medium-sized dog bred with a really strong hunting instinct, meaning their energy levels are totally off the charts. They require intense, regular, physical, and mental stimulation. Yes, their loyalty is completely unmatched, but they are only truly going to thrive in highly active, outdoor-loving families. If you want a dog just to sit around on the couch with you all day, a Vizsla will likely become bored and, unfortunately, quite destructive.
Section 4. Finding your perfect match.
Choosing an affectionate dog isn't just about their capacity to love you. It's really about matching their needs to your lifestyle. When you look across these breeds, you start to see the trade-offs. The Bichon Frise is small with low energy, but demands high grooming. Contrast that with the Vizsla, who has very low grooming needs but requires extremely high energy output. And right in the middle, you've got your Labradors and Goldens, larger sizes, moderate to high energy, but vary in coat maintenance. You have to honestly assess what you actually have the time, energy, and patience to manage on a daily basis. Okay, so once you've finally found your perfect match, how do you ensure it's a healthy relationship? Well, affectionate dogs really need structure. First off, you absolutely must establish boundaries early on. Because these dogs want to be with you constantly, they're highly prone to separation anxiety. Teaching them that it is okay to be alone is just as crucial as showering them with love. Second, you have to commit to daily exercise and mental stimulation to prevent frustration. And third, prioritize early socialization. A Velcro dog that isn't properly socialized can actually become overly protective or anxious around strangers. So getting them out into the world early builds a much more confident, well-rounded companion.
Now, think about the number 30,000 for a second. That is roughly how many years the human-dog relationship has been evolving. Archaeological evidence of domestication literally dates back 30,000 years. This brilliantly highlights that our human desire for canine companionship and their motivation to cooperate and bond with us is quite literally hardwired into our shared history. We have evolved alongside each other for thousands of years to provide mutual comfort, support, and affection.
Which brings us to our final thought for this explainer. Look, we all love the idea of a dog that excitedly greets us at the door and cuddles up on the couch. But these exceptionally affectionate breeds, they demand a significant return on their investment. They require your time, your patience, your energy, and yes, sometimes even your bathroom privacy. So take an honest look at your lifestyle. Ask yourself if you truly have the space in your life to be someone's absolute entire world. And if you do, well, are you prepared to never go to the bathroom alone again? Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and we'll catch you next time.